Nocterra Val special by Image Comics. So yeah, not only is Nocterra going to be returning, but Val is going to be returning as well. She was assumed transformed into a shade, or I guess a nocturne. And yeah, this is just a special, and we start off exactly where the previous issue ended. We see Diggs. Diggs was one of the men who was working for the enemies. He was in the what was the name of the location? The Luna base, where Val and her group were being attacked and stuff. And he has survived, but he's injured, and he's about to get attacked by some shades when Val shows up and kills him. And Val has, like I said, she's become a nocturne, basically a shade herself in a sense, but still retaining her humanity. She's basically like, was it Blacktop Bill? I can't remember if it was Bricktop or Blacktop. No, it's Blacktop because Bricktop is from the movie Snatch. Blacktop Bill. She's basically like him now. And I was like, all right, that's cool. Like, I'm glad she's still around. And most of this is a flashback to the first ferryman. Pretty much the first person who decked out their rig with electronics and started, transporting things and people and trying to get electricity going, like light going. His name was Royce, and Val basically hanged out with him and like learned from him. I'm gonna be skipping a lot of that stuff though. Basically, the story is that Val was a criminal. He was in jail before the big PM. He was in jail for drugs, but he eventually got out and he decided to turn his life around for his daughter. He opened up his own trucking business, and he hired a bunch of ex-cons to give them a second chance as well. And because of that, when the big PM hit, he wasn't there for his daughter. And so he decided to try to live up to his daughter. And basically, in her honor, he is going to rig out his rig and go and help people. And eventually, he comes to this one place, and he's like helping them out. And it turns out that they're like killers. And as soon as Royce finishes rigging up their electronics, they plan on killing Royce and Val. Royce finds out about that. He is able to rescue Val, but in the process, he gets shot, and then later on, he dies, and Val ends up taking not only his helmet, but his truck as well. And we have this cool moment where earlier, Val's adopted brother, has created this mating call for shades. I don't know why you would create a mating call for shades, but basically you blow into it and a bunch of shades show up. Royce, on his deathbed, Val said, I promise to get revenge for you. And he's like, no, don't. Instead, ignore them. Ignore the people. After a while of, surviving in darkness without anyone to help, they will eventually become good again. And then you can bring them into the fold and they can, do good. And Val is kind of confused about that, but we cut to like a little bit later where Val shows up and she helps the people. Like she sets up all the electronics and stuff like that. And they apologize. They say, after what happened, we realized the error of our ways. We have Royce's helmet. We even fixed it up for you. And please accept our apology. We promise not to do anything evil again. And Val's like, don't worry about it. And she hands over the whistle. And she says, here's this like new contraption that should help. So she kind of lies about what it does. And they blow the whistle, and it brings in a bunch of shades. And the shades assumingly attack the people and kill them. And then after they're dead, Val's going to get the lights up. And now other people can come and use this space. So yeah, basically we see a little bit of Val's like mean streak. And intercut between that, we have like the present day where Val is dragging Diggs around with her. She's like trying to find like medicine for him to heal him. And he's like, I know why you're doing this. Like, I know why you're carrying me around. Like, you want to use me as bait, something you can use to distract the shades, or something you can toss like in a jam, or maybe you just get a kick out of it for revenge. And Valve's like, no, I told you, I'm carrying you along because I need you to help me get to Eos. And he's like, You don't have to lag. I already know you have the coordinates to Eos. And Val is basically monologuing to herself about how Diggs is right, about how the entire reason that she brought him along wasn't because she needs the coordinates to Eos, but because she wants to see him in pain. She wants to use Diggs as a distraction. She wants to use him as bait. But eventually she realizes that she's in the wrong here. And so when they get attacked by shades, she ends up saving Diggs, and they are escaping in the truck. And she realizes that she's monologuing to herself, and she says, sometimes I'm Charon. Lately, more and more, I feel like him. Basically, Charon, the original ferryman, who originally was portrayed as evil in the sense that when people died and their souls came to the river Styx, you had to pay Charon a toll to get your soul across the river Styx. And if you didn't have any payments, then Charon would leave you in total darkness for thousands of years. Like, he wouldn't toll you across, and you would basically have to suffer in darkness. And so when she says sometimes I feel like Charon, it means that sometimes she feels like she's evil, like she's lost her way. But then she says, but I'm trying to be more like you, Royce. I'm trying. That's how it ends. And it basically says that the series will be continued in Nocterra issue number 12. So yeah, I don't know when number 12 is going to come out. I am looking forward to that. I reviewed basically every single Nocterra issue from volume 1. You guys can go check out those videos if you like. It was a really good series. I enjoyed the hell out of it. Best way I can explain it would be Mad Max meets Pitch Black, the Vin Diesel movie, where basically it's Mad Max, but in a world of darkness, and in the darkness there are these monsters, and the only source of safety comes from being in the light. So Mad Max meets Pitch Black. Great series. So yeah, I'm glad to see it come back. I will say that this special was a lot better than the previous one. The previous one was on Blacktop Bill, and that one, I did a video for that as well. I didn't really care for it. I felt like the more you learn about Blacktop Bill, the less mysterious and cool he got. He's just one of those characters where, like, the less you know about him, the better. But this one was better. I will say that for a Val special, we get more of, like, Royce and his backstory than we really do of Val. I assumed that this was going to be, well, I guess we do get to see Val and, like, how she becomes more of, like, a driver and stuff, and how she got into the business. I will say that the whole flashback stuff, I didn't really care for it too much, other than the part where she tricks the people into blowing the mating whistle. I thought that was, like, cool and just really, really evil at the same time. I did prefer more of the present day stuff, so I'm kind of interested to see how present day Val is going to do, especially if she eventually meets up with her old group, like how they're going to handle the fact that Val is now a Nocturne. But yeah, interesting issue. If you're a fan of Nocterra, then go check it out. But there you go, Nocterra Val special. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. Take care. Later. So what'd you guys think of that video? I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe, hit that bell for a notification, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't enjoy the video, thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next video is more to your liking. Feel free to check out the playlist that you guys see, and I hope to see you guys next time. Later.